Picture this: Hollywood's beloved Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., stepping into the shoes of one of Marvel's most formidable foes, Dr. Doom. This casting shake-up in the Avengers Doomsday film has fans buzzing, but is it the brilliant twist we've been waiting for, or a risky gamble that could redefine an icon? Dive in as we explore the latest promo art that's got the internet in a frenzy, and get ready for some surprises that might just challenge everything you thought you knew about the Multiverse Saga. A high-resolution version of the promotional artwork for Avengers Doomsday has been circulating widely online, giving fans an unprecedented glimpse at Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Dr. Doom. For those new to the Marvel Universe, the Multiverse Saga refers to a sprawling storyline across various Marvel films that delves into parallel realities, time travel, and epic battles. Think of it as a grand narrative connecting heroes and villains across countless worlds. This promo art promises even more clarity on what to expect from Downey's take on the character, who serves as the new major antagonist, replacing Kang, in this saga. And here's where it gets intriguing. Rumors suggest the first official trailer for Avengers Doomsday could debut ahead of Avatar: Fire and Ash this December, potentially unveiling teasers that shed light on the film's plot twists and action sequences. Earlier this year, initial promo images of Downey as Victor Von Doom emerged, and now they're back in stunning HD quality. When the news broke that the star of Avengers Endgame was cast as Doom, many fans worried it might result in a version of the villain that's essentially a Tony Stark look-alike, a common concern in superhero adaptations where characters can blur into familiar archetypes. Thankfully, that fear seems unfounded, especially after a production birthday card surfaced early in filming, depicting Downey in a hybrid Iron Man/Doom suit that was quickly dismissed as non-canon. Instead, what we see here is a distinct, menacing armor that stands on its own. There's plenty to unpack in these HD shots that we touched on when the blurrier versions first surfaced over the summer. The armor is adorned with mystical symbols, or sigils, which in comic lore often represent powerful spells or enchantments. Notably, the mask differs slightly from the one glimpsed in the Fantastic Four First Steps mid-credits scene, perhaps hinting at an evolutionary arc for the character. And this is the part most people miss: it could indicate Doom in his most powerful form yet, a culmination of his ambitions and dark genius. Delving deeper, the armor appears to incorporate elements from Shang-Chi's 10 Rings and Kamala Khan's bangles, artifacts that have been heavily associated with Kang in previous films, thanks to the recurring ring motifs in his storylines. For beginners, think of these as ancient, magical relics that grant immense power, like wearable weapons with cosmic abilities. This fusion raises exciting questions about Doom's alliances, betrayals, or even conquests in the multiverse. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a nod to Doom's intellectual superiority, showcasing how he's outsmarted and appropriated Kang's tools, or could it imply a deeper connection between the villains that blurs the lines of their rivalry? Some fans argue it might weaken Doom's standalone menace by tying him too closely to Kang's legacy. After all, why reinvent the wheel when you can steal it? Reflecting on the project's origins, director Joe Russo shared insights earlier this year. Robert tried to convince us to return for more Avengers films, but we declined, he recalled. It was odd because we were firm about not coming back without a compelling story. We resisted for a while. Then, a breakthrough, writer Stephen McFeely pitched an idea that clicked. That's the story, they agreed. Russo emphasized its power, describing it as a narrative that demands to be told, a testament to how the right concept can reignite passion in seasoned filmmakers. For a closer inspection, check out the HQ promotional art for Avengers Doomsday right here. HQ Look at Dr. Doom promotional art for Avengers Doomsday, pic.twitter.com/HeroYW6, https://t.co/HeroYW6. Avengers Updates, at Avengers Updated, October 29, 2025, https://19836442446651055?ref_SRC=TWSRC%5ETFW. Avengers Doomsday boasts an impressive ensemble cast, headlined by Chris Hemsworth, Anthony Mackie, Winston Duke, Tom Hiddleston, Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd, and of course, Robert Downey Jr. Newcomers to the Avengers franchise include Wyatt Russell, Simu Liu, Tenochtitlan Mejia, Florence Pugh, Danny Ramirez, David Harbour, Hannah John Kamen, and Louis Pullman. Additionally, stars from the Fantastic Four First Steps, such as Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Backrack, and Joseph Quinn, join the fray, alongside X-Men favorites Kelsey Grammer, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romijn, and James Marsden. Even Channing Tatum, fresh from Deadpool and Wolverine, makes an appearance. Reports also hint at cameos from Chris Evans, Haley Atwell, and Ryan Reynolds, though the rumored additions could fill a whole article if listed exhaustively, highlighting the film's ambition to unite characters from across the Marvel landscape. The Russo brothers are back in the director's chair, collaborating on the screenplay with Stephen McFeely, their longtime partner from past Avengers and Captain America entries. Joining the writing team is Michael Waldron, known for his work on Loki and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, bringing fresh perspectives to this multiversal epic. Mark your calendars, Avengers: Doomsday is slated for release on December 18, 2026, with the sequel, Avengers: Secret Wars, following on December 17, 2027. These dates promise back-to-back spectacles that could redefine superhero storytelling. So, what do you think? Will Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom capture the character's ruthless intellect and unparalleled power, or is this casting choice destined to spark endless debates about fan favorites versus fresh takes? Do you agree that fusing artifacts from other villains adds depth, or does it risk making Doom feel like a patchwork creation? Share your opinions in the comments. Let's discuss whether this could be the Avengers event that divides or unites the fan base.